Welcome to the City League Sports Show here in the studio today. We have some of them dudes from the land. Yes, Northland, not Cleveland, Northland High School up in here today. We catching up with some of the Vikings basketball players. We got Jaden Shoultz. Am I saying your last name right, Shoultz? We got the King Kendrick in the house, everybody. And of course, we got head coach Tihon Johnson, our first two-time guest on the show. We welcome the Vikings into the studio. We'll start with the new fella here. Say hello to everybody. Say what's up. Say your name. Say what grade you in. Go from there.
How y'all doing? This is Jaden Shoultz. I'm in the 10th grade.
Oh, sorry about that, everybody. I thought, okay, it changes. The show just got changed a little bit here today, everybody. The show just got changed. I don't know why I had you listed as a junior. The show changed. Go ahead, young man.
King Kendrick, class of 2026, 10th grader, sophomore.
Yeah, I knew about you. I knew you was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach. Give him some love, man.
Coach Tihon Johnson. And I'm excited and proud to be the first two-time guest.
Yeah. Hey, man, your work speaks volumes for what you do, man, not just for Columbus City Schools, man, but for the community, the platform you have and that you hold. You know what I mean? What you bring to the table, man. We here certainly in Columbus City love you. And I know the basketball community, man, holds you in high regard. So today, man, we're going to chop it up. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clandler, everybody. We're going to talk a little basketball. You know, I would go back and get to singing like, we playing basketball.
They don't know about that.
They don't even know that song, right?
Yeah.
But we got listeners that know about that, right?
Sure.
And so, Jaden, I'm going to start with you, man. Number one, I thought you was a junior. So my mind changes because I always say this all the time, Coach, and you probably know this. I get lots of people that come out and ask me to look at their kid. Hey, come watch tell me how, where my child is at, things like that. And I don't mind. I love it, actually. You know, I enjoy it. And I'll share probably as transparent as a perspective as one, especially for friends of mine. Mm-hmm. And I've had some friends say, hey, man, we thinking about my son. Then I go look and I go, y'all got to get in the lab. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't,
for sure.
Yeah, you got to get in the lab. You know what I mean? He ain't where you think he is. I know you think maybe y'all doing something, but he's not maybe where you think he is. Mm-hmm. But to have two sophomores as the backbone of a team that's doing really well right now is a little bit different, right? I thought you had a junior on the hand here. Jaden, so tell me a little.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, dive it in.
We got three of them. There's another one that's a sophomore.
You got three 15. You got three babies running around.
Sure.
I'm not here to embarrass you, but y'all are babies when you fit. Because and I'll share this real quick. When we was in school, sophomores hardly ever played, right? And I remember being a senior. And you look at the little scouting report. If I saw another coach put a sophomore in against me when I was a senior, I'm like, oh man, I'm about to. Sure. This 15-year-old is gonna grow up today.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely going. And when we was in school, like the Jordan days. The goal was like you played your 3 quarters and you was blowing the team out by so much you didn't play in the 4th quarter. So if you was winning, you the coach pulled you out and you sat there and watched the rest of the game. But Jaden, I want to get to you, man. I want to show you some love. Who are you, man? I saw maybe you spent some time at Yorktown at some point, so you was an East Side kid for maybe a hot second. Then you bounced around, man. So how do you get to playing basketball, man? Who's responsible for your gifts?
Definitely my dad.
Okay.
My dad done definitely put a basketball in my hand since I was little. He played pro basketball overseas.
What's his name? Give him love.
Jaden Shoultz.
Jaden Shoultz.
Tell him where y'all from.
Can he go?
Oh, he can give you a bucket.
Okay. You don't mean me.
I mean anybody. It's a general statement.
I don't got any more of it, but I am going to get around to say something. Hey, that pierced through me. Like, he probably can't give me buckets.
It's a general statement, but like we from Baltimore, Maryland. And then we moved here when I was young. I did go to Liberty when I was little.
Okay.
And then
cool.
I ended up not going to Yorktown. I went to a private school.
Okay.
Ended up going to Wellington, and now I'm at Northland.
Yeah, you found your way over to Northland. But I thought I read maybe your mom went to Northland.
Yeah.
So how do your parents? But your dad comes to Columbus somehow, or your family, or your mom went to Maryland?
So my dad was in Columbus. I don't know.
Okay.
They ended up meeting somehow. And then she moved to Maryland for a little bit, and then she got homesick.
Okay.
Moved back to Ohio.
Ain't nothing wrong with homesick, man. Columbus does that to you, man. We make you feel at home no matter what, man. You know what I mean? I got family and friends who some have moved away. You come back, man. Columbus wraps that love around you, man. Whether you know it or not. So Dad hooped. Dad's a hooper, and he put the ball in your hand and said, "Come on, man. Let's go take this journey together."
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
Is he a gym rat, coach?
He is, man. Can't get either one of these two dudes out the gym.
Just when it's over, they want to take one more shot, one more dribble, still in there. You like, dude, you know, I'm trying to go home a little bit. They want to still get in one more shot.
Absolutely.
I certainly know. So Jaden, on top of that, man, like you get it done in the classroom. So your support system, I take it, mom and dad, man, they really keep on you. Is that a fair statement to make?
Yeah, my dad definitely on me. My mom definitely on me about grades, and then basketball. I mean, I feel like basketball is the second option. Like,
No doubt.
Definitely, it's classroom first, and then basketball. So.
Hey man, don't shy away from that gift. I share with young people all the time. Number one, all y'all kids out there, y'all need to stop saying it's not cool to be smart. Cut that out. I don't even know how that became a part of your generation's energy. Cut that out and embrace that. It's okay being the smart guy, man. It's okay getting good grades. That's actually. And let me share with you when schools, and I know we won't get deep into the college stuff today. That's not today's show, but they're looking at your entire portfolio. And your grades is part of it. Yep. So yeah, you can go left and finish, or you can do this, or you can cross over and pull up and do all those things. But if I can't get you through the door, or if your character is fouled up, and my life is on the line, because in college my job is coaching.
Yep.
So if I bring you to this university and you in here acting up, I can't have you around. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like somebody's doing some phenomenal work, man, helping raise you as a young man. Coach, we're going to turn to you for a moment, man. This year's team, you're in what year now?
Third. This is my
third year. Wow. I would have thought you'd been there a little bit longer, man. I think you have grown very quickly then as being a part of the identity.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So to me, I thought you'd been there maybe 5-6 years. So the Northland culture is coming around to your style, your vision. What do you see? Because there's a lot of history there.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you see on how you embrace that past, but also keep it yours and make it yours?
Yeah, I respected the past coming in. I understood what Satch brought. I understood what Sean Taylor brought.
Yeah.
And I just tried to build on that. You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, they had a good thing going for a decade, and I just put my identity on it. I mean, in terms of, I think I bring a lot of toughness and mental toughness, and I love the game. I study the game. I watch film. I'm in the gym.
Tough.
I appreciate it.
And play. Do you still get down a little bit?
No, I'm done.
No, okay, you done. Okay.
Every once in a while, I gotta show these.
Is he done?
Yeah, okay.
He not done.
I gotta show these guys.
And we certainly are gonna get to that today. I'm glad he spoke up, man. I'm glad he said that. Yes,
I'm done. I'm
okay.
done. I try to put all my passion into them and kids younger than them and my own kids.
Nah.
Right.
So, if you seen the way he played in practice,
You
would think he could play right now.
Yeah, because sometimes you gotta remind. You know what? Like sometimes you young guys. Like I know. It seems like we're in such a distant past, but in our mind, I mean, and what we used to do, you know what I mean? And your coach could get it. So like everything he tells you, the stories are true. Like he ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't feeding you fabrication. He's giving you real life stories of stuff that he used to go out do and give guys buckets, like you talking about, man. And would go out there and get stops. You knew when you was a young guy. If you was going to play East High School, Tihon Johnson, you was in for a dogfight. It wasn't no free night. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't no free night when you got into the ring and was playing a game against East. But so now you're seeing that you're bringing toughness. They brought in a little bit about practice. What is a Northland High School practice like, man? During the season, what's the in-season practice like, man? Is there any? Everybody's smiling, so either it's brutal or it's fun. I'm not sure.
It's both.
It's a mix. It's a good mix.
Yeah, it's a good mix.
What you got, King? Tell me about it. What's the practice like?
I'll say it depends on how we doing, but once
not the day before the game. I want to know what a Wednesday practice is like.
Wednesday practice,
right? I want to know Wednesday or Saturday practice. I don't want to know about no shoot around on Thursday.
Yeah,
What's a Wednesday practice like?
We gonna run. That's gonna be for a fact. We gonna run. And if we ain't going hard. If it's a little slight jog, a little anything, a little walking on the court, we gonna run.
Yeah.
Give him an eye, give him a look. We gonna run.
Yeah.
don't dive on the ball. We gonna run.
I love it.
At the end of the day, we gonna run every time. So when we get in that game, it's not no choice but to go hard every time.
Yeah.
We've been doing it the whole time in practice.
A name that comes up in Central Ohio basketball all the time, young fellas ain't gonna know it, but Bruce Howard is a name that comes up all the time. one of our legends. We embrace him and love him. I shared this story before, but I share it real quick. And what I'm hearing, it gave me the chills. And so I immediately thought of Bruce. And so back before they had Huddle, all this magic of video, when you had to do film exchange, you had to physically drive over and hand it to the person, or y'all had to meet off at MCL or someplace TJ's, get a coffee, and you handed a person a VHS tape. They handed you one. You went back to your school. You watched the film, and that's how you prep for the next game. I was doing film exchange as a young assistant with Brookhaven. In my mind, I thought, oh, they just got a bunch of guys. So that's the reason why they're good. I walked in the gym, one of the best practices I ever saw going on in my life. I said, oh, wow, this is why they doing the stuff they doing. Not because, and don't get me wrong, they had a lot of talented people, but they was in the lab getting the work in. And that's twofold. That comes with kids who love it and who are willing to be coached. Let me share that again for parents and kids out there that listen to the show. Your kid has to be willing to be coached. Absolutely. We can't go deep into what that means, but they have to be willing to be coached. And then it comes with the coach who gains and shares the respect that you have. So how do you go about helping these young guys continue to shine, but also making sure that they respect with the process that you're trying to bring in?
I think I'm blessed because I did play, and they know that I can play, and they know that I had some success. So I try to, any of my pitfalls during my career or any success I have, I try to translate it to them in terms of, I tell King or I'll tell Jaden or our other guard, Deontay, I'm not just coaching you for right now. I'm trying to get you prepared for the next level. Yeah. So some of this stuff you may not get it, or you may think I'm doing too much. Right. But no, I know what's expected of on the next level. You know what's around the corner. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I try to prepare them from that mindset and prepare them not only for now success and but for the future as well. And we all have our own expectations. They write down their own goals, and we know that we can accomplish these things. So they're held to a certain level of excellence. Certainly. Yeah. So with that, there's a lot of hard work that comes with that, and it's daily.
I love that. So King, we're gonna come to you for a moment, man. You spent some time. You was a Dominion kid, I believe, right?
Sir.
Played, and I remember hearing about you, man. Because we do middle school in my shop, so I hear and every year that I get the phone, hey, you gotta come check out. It's always a somebody, and you were one of the somebodies that, oh man, come check out. But we had a lot of kids, right? The names continue going. Like you got a Dion over at Walnut Ridge. I remember when Malik, who's playing for the Baltimore Ravens, and good luck to them. He was a kid running around, playing basketball, and then the list just keeps on going, right? But you were this fancy kid that everybody said he does all this special stuff, man, left hand, right hand, which is kind of unheard of. And then in the social media world, I'm going to dive right to City League Basketball Championship, man. You come on the stage and have this amazing game and this amazing day. While the game is going on, did you know it? Did you know you was getting down, or was you just out there just a regular day in the gym?
Nah, that performance was already before the game even started, before we even got on hardwood. I already knew that game was gonna happen like that. It was just the fact if he was going.
Hey man, time out. Hey man, that's a very mature response. I'm being straight up with you when I say that. Whoever, I don't know if that just came from your soul or if somebody coached you into them words right there. But wherever that came from, man, that's a very mature response. I didn't mean to take your thunder away. That's a very mature response. But go ahead. So you already had in your mind, man. You visioned it out. And so talk about the game. Was it a fun afternoon though in your mind?
Oh yeah, for sure. Before the game, got prepared. That was the craziest day of my life. I ain't gonna lie. But before the game, we got in the game. We already had game plan. We was just going through the game, but then we kept going back and forth. It was a close game throughout the whole game. Yeah. So we just going back and forth. We got a couple good stops, made a couple runs, then they made a couple runs. It was a game of runs at the point, and then at the end of the game, stuff happened.
You prevailed, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you was playing against a heavyweight, man. Dalen is certainly nothing to shame about. Dalen is out there balling. He got his first start the other night at Xavier, playing really well, man. And in that game, he equally had a special day. But as a freshman, and all the things we were talking about pre-show, social media, it gives you this level of platform that maybe it's coming at you fast. Did you feel that? Did it come at you fast in that respect?
No, not as much. I didn't really take it as like pressure or nothing like that, or let it get to my head or something like that, because my parents always kept me level-headed. And I always been good, or always had that, always had people saying I was good and this, that, and the third. But when social media did, it was nothing new. I feel like I was prepared for it, low-key.
That's the difference in our generations right there, Coach.
Yeah.
Yep. We was happy if, they always had a box score, so we was happy if the newspaper put your name in the little narrative thing, right? If you know what I mean? And so I don't know what I would have done if I had a special night. And I didn't have a lot of special scoring nights. I share that with people all the time. I wasn't a scorer. I was a floor general. I was asked to do a different thing, when I was in school. But I can remember when I broke the school's assist record, and I can remember the nights where I had some buckets, and I'm like, 17. I felt like my 17 was 40, right? And from a social media standpoint, you guys are just used to it. Then is that a fair comment? You're just used to kind of seeing it out there. So it doesn't hit you that way. I see it. I'm like, wow.
Hold on.
Come on, dive in, Coach. Give it.
It hit him a little bit when he went viral, and he was on Sports Center and some other platforms, and your following was jumping 1,000 by the hour. So
wow,
it kind of hit him a little bit.
Yeah, hit me a little bit. Yeah, I didn't expect it to go crazy like that.
Okay,
I didn't expect that though. When it went 1,000 each day, it was a lot going on, but it was still
he was level-headed.
Yeah. Okay, just through the process of it. Yeah, I saw you in the summertime. We ain't gonna talk about that story, but I saw you in the summertime in a little summer game, and I had to reel him to the side because in the summer it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
and you get to a space where now everybody wants to challenge you.
Yeah.
You getting 1,000 hits, okay, but then I'm gonna go make my name off of King.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let me share, if I come to the gym, we will only share the footage of the cameras if I make a shot on you. If I don't make a shot, then nothing happened that day. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But yeah, so I share that because absorb that perspective, as especially now here you are, and that's the same with Northland. So not only am I trying to give my best to a King, to a Jaden, I'm trying to give my best to Northland High School. Jaden, in games now when you're playing, when you go into a game, are you seeing guys are coming after Northland Vikings?
Definitely, I feel like we get every team's best shot. We didn't said that from the beginning of the year. We're gonna get every team's best punch because we on the top.
Yeah. Has anybody, and this is okay. This is one of the curveballs. Has anybody impressed you? Any of the opponents? Anybody giving you something? You go, oh, okay. It's a little bit of juice out there.
I feel like East gave us our best game at East.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So they came out swinging, at least trying to keep up with you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you look around the city, man? And things that you hear. So you get a two-part piece here, man. You look around Northland and you look around the city currently. Who out there in your mind you say, hey, man, I like their game. And it doesn't have to be City League. Central Ohio, we're just talking basketball right now, but just in general.
I'll say the city first. Central Ohio, most people, they already know them names, but it's a couple people in the city. I'll go with the North. I'm going to start the North first. Yeah. Nobody really hear about the North a lot. So I'll say Roshan Barnes.
Yeah, Ro can go.
Ro can go for sure.
Yeah.
Santonio Dortch.
Yeah.
He was with us last year, so I already know he could go.
Yeah.
Noah, what's his last name?
Knotsman. Yeah.
Noah from Westone.
Yeah. They got off track this year, but Noah can play, man. They had some different maybe goals. And they had a tough game. First game of the season against Westland. They were up 19.
Yeah.
And then ended up losing by 7. And I think it's been tough to regroup for them. Yeah.
But no can play, though.
Yeah.
And then we already know, I'm going to go to South now. Dom can go. He can go for sure. Yeah. Dion, he getting there. He going to be able to go, though. Give him a couple more games. He going to be.
He's getting there, coming into it and finding his way.
Sure. He's finding his way. Deuce can go.
Yeah.
He can go. He gonna go. He gonna give his best. He's gonna give his best.
Yeah.
But
So let's pause there. I want to speak a little bit of the history then, man. We're talking Northland, and I'm sure it comes up in some of the conversations that you're in or the circles of discussion just here and there. Obviously Northland had one of the toughest guards that Central Ohio has ever seen. Right, a Trey Burke walks through those doors and does some magical stuff. I had some people ask me before, and coach's name is on my list. But when you talk about the 4 or 5, guards over the last maybe 30 years, 90 to now, Trey Burke's name belongs in every conversation, right up there with Andrew Lavender, Tihon Johnson. These names all ring alarms. When you hear of Trey Burke and being at Northland, does it say anything to you, or is it just, hey, look, man, let me keep the torch alive?
Yeah, for sure. Every time you hear his name, it's like a legend. Like when you hear his name, it's like this, what he did at Northland and what they did, the whole team, what they did at Northland.
Yeah.
And the legacy they had and the stuff they did and everything they did, it always ring a bell when these names get brought up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just definitely trying to keep the torch alive as I go at Northland.
Certainly.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, certainly.
So,
please do. You can dive in whenever
he's
you
gonna
want.
be humble.
Yeah.
So we went to Toronto this summer, and he was able to play against some pro guys.
Okay.
And he stole the show, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, he had like 35.
Yeah.
So all the NBA guys gravitated towards him.
Yeah.
Right? So Trey, there was 2 different pro games, and Trey played in the next game, and Trey stole that show. He had like 50 something.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
So
Trey is instant buckets.
he's just,
just
Trey
score whenever he wants. Right?
So unbeknownst to him, we ride home in an Uber or to our hotel, and we're talking about King. The whole conversation is about King.
Yeah.
And he's like, I knew he was good. He worked out with him.
Yeah.
He said, Ty, I knew he was good. I knew he was this. He said, he's the only one I saw that remind me of me. He said, he's the next me, pretty much.
Wow.
And yeah, like he saw it firsthand, like, that's like I'm getting chills right now.
Yeah,
like, so he's right there. We talked about it before. I think he's on pace right now, sophomore for sophomore. He's on pace with everything Trey was doing.
Let me share the big piece that I remember for Trey and for both of you being sophomores. This was the big difference that I saw, Coach, from Trey's junior to senior year. Mm-hmm. I know he was in the lab, and you hear the stories, you see the videos, all that type of stuff. I was there. Right? That's cool. That's what I'm saying. But more importantly, at least for me, he was in the weight room. He got so much stronger.
Yep.
And what I share with young guards all the time, and I didn't get this until I was maybe in my, midway through my first year in college, I saw the difference right away that Trey was no longer getting knocked off his line. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if young guys know what that means, but when you get the ball, even after a made basket or on the break, you get a rebound. If you're coming and you're deciding I want to stay down the center of the floor, if I as a defender can ride you to the side, then you ain't strong enough. I done knocked you off your line, so now I changed the whole play. Yep. And as a good defender, and I don't know most high school kids, I don't know that they understand that, but they're just playing D. Mm-hmm. But when I saw Trey, and he kept that guy on his hip. Yep. And just rode that guy all the way down the court with him, right? I said, there's the difference. And most people don't see it. If you don't know basketball, you don't see it.
Exactly.
But to see him keep a guy and not end up over here on the sideline and stay down in the middle of the court and then can make and decide which plays he wants to make, that's when I knew Trey. I said, he done been in the lab. I said, Benji, what, He said, we've been, so he got them legs stronger. He got that upper body stronger. He wasn't getting knocked off his line.
His core strong.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. His core was strong. So let's stay with some of the summer stuff for a moment. Coach, you run also, along with being the head coach of Northland High School, you run a phenomenal summer league here for Central Ohio called the Kingdom League.
Yes, sir.
And the Kingdom League brings, obviously, all levels of talent into your arena and they get a chance to play. So tell everybody a little bit about the Kingdom League.
Kingdom League, man, this will be our 10th year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I appreciate you bringing that up. This will be our 10th year. We've had all the top NBA players from around here, all the top college guys, the Buckeyes. And this year, he was able to play.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. He had some success, too. Man.
Got out there and got to mix it up a little bit. Yeah. Somebody said he was maybe the youngest player that got to get down.
Yeah, he's the youngest player to ever play.
Who's the oldest player to ever get out there?
Probably me. Probably myself, man.
Okay,
but,
hey, look, I'm gonna ask you for, and I'm jokingly when I say this, but I'm gonna ask you to let me be the oldest player. I just need a quick 30. I just need a quick 30.
We're gonna run you off a couple screens. I
just need a quick 30, man. I don't want anything else, man, because I tried to play with some young guys, and I was like, ooh, this ain't for me anymore. But then that way I can just be the oldest. So he mixes it up with you. Gets down. Now, so how do you balance, obviously, this demanding summer piece with obviously making sure you continue to help these young guys grow? How do you balance that, man, like in that off season?
You know what, man? First of all, shout out to my wife. She helps me, and she allows me.
Say her name. Give her love.
Tihon Johnson, man. She the GOAT.
Yeah. You get love on here.
She allows me. Basically, my whole life is revolved around helping people, kids, and basketball.
Nice. Okay.
So I got a nonprofit. We run a camp during the summer.
Okay.
We service about 150, close to 200 kids.
What age level?
We're going to go elementary this year, but we've been middle and high school the last couple of years. Okay. So and they're a part of it. They help work the camp and be a part of it. But we do this all year round, so it's easy for me to be in the gym, be around basketball all day, and then him playing the Kingdom, or he'll play this year. So, and in the summertime, I'm different.
So, Jaden, you can hoop then.
Yes, sir.
You can hoop a little bit. You can hoop then. I've seen you all play, and not against maybe, to be respectful, not against maybe equal talent. So sometimes, I mean, like, you know, I knew you could hoop, but coach just gave you the nod that says that you can hoop. Like, I knew you know what I mean? Like, you can play then, right? And you know, like, I can watch a guy in a warm-up, to be honest, and that's not saying anything, but just because if you've been around the game, you know, I've been watching this game for 35 years, right? And so you can see it. I'll be at games with my wife, and she'll say, okay, so what's going to happen? And I'll tell her, and she say, okay, is this a game that I can just leave? Yeah, if you want. Like, you know what I mean?
This one, you ain't got to stay for this one.
You can go ahead and take off. You know, my wife and my daughter are the ones that they'll bring a book to a game. So a game going on, they're sitting there reading the book, right? I'm like, you did know there's a basketball game going on out there. They understand it's reading the book. But so you can play it. I mean, I hear the gym rat stuff. What does it mean to you now to be a part of the Viking family?
It's exciting. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. A whole bunch of new experiences. I say last year was rough for me. I was on a team that lost a whole bunch. Came over this year, and then it's just a whole new experience. We went in. We done won every city game. Mm-hmm. We in every game. Yeah. And then it's just entertainment. Entertainment level to basketball. Like, every game is packed out. Every city game is packed out. Yeah. It's a whole lot of fun.
During practice, y'all got some music playing?
No music.
I'm
the soundtrack.
You the soundtrack. Your voice. I got you. Okay.
Sure.
And all atmospheres are different, man. So I'm just curious, like I said, about how it flows. So now here we are. What like in your mind, Coach? Where's it going? Where's Northland basketball going? You got 2 sophomores. You said you got another one sitting back in. You know what I mean?
State title.
Yeah. Just on your mind. Let's put it out there. Let's figure it out. Let's find a way for it. Let's keep on rolling, right? Let's just keep doing boom, 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 boom. Hey man, look, like I've watched you all and haven't really had a chance maybe to see this year against, like I said, maybe an opponent that can challenge you a little bit. I came to maybe 1 or 2 games. And you know, I try to spread out and show love to everything. You know, I'm at bowling alleys, I'm at wrestling matches at 7:00 in the morning. I'm at basketball games. But I see what you all have put together in the team. Do you all feel the brotherhood? Is it in there?
For sure.
It's definitely a brotherhood.
Yeah. Sure. So you got 1 senior on the team. Mm-hmm. You got some young guys that play. Mm-hmm. Y'all are out there mixing it up. And so Coach talked about goals. When you all look at, and I'm not gonna put you on the spot about your personal goals, but when you look at those goals, are they things that you say, hey, look, I'm at a spot where I can go ahead and find a way to make them reality?
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. For sure. And we put the work in to make them goals happen. We know this. Some people just have goals and just think God is gonna make it happen. They pray and think God is gonna make it happen. You gotta work and go hard and preparation for the stuff you need and what you want.
100%.
So that's what we do, and that's what we always in the lab every day.
Yeah.
So
it's great when you have guys that love it, right? That love being in there, man. That love being around the gym, love being in there, getting the work in. Coach, so Coach, because you're the first, second-time guest, 2-time guest on the show, I'm throwing you a curveball right now, man. I'm putting you on the spot. You can't get out of this.
Okay, all right.
You can't get out of this one, man. I'm even gonna give you a little bit of wiggle. I'm gonna go 35 years. 35 years, man. Give me your city league starting 5. Ooh. We go in the battle. We go in the battle with whoever. Ooh.
Ooh.
And you only get 5.
You
I'm
gonna
going to give you 6. I know I'm going to get you in trouble. That's why I'm asking the question. I knew I was going to get you in trouble. You come in here 2 times, you're going to have to you gonna have to put it out there. So I'm going to give you 6. I'm going to give you a starting 5, and I'm going to give you the guy who comes in off the bench. Who you got?
If I'm gonna get in trouble, at least I'm gonna have
And I'm going to let you go positionless if you
I'm
want
gonna have
to.
my homies with me if I'm gonna get in trouble.
I'm going to let you go positionless if you want to also. And this how we getting out of here today. We ain't letting you off. This the one. Nothing on my papers here, Coach. I don't have no notes for this
I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay, I don't have any notes for that one, Coach.
Okay,
These is notes about you three famous dudes.
Let me stand on all 10.
Yeah,
I'm
come
going
on.
Kendrick at the point guard. How about that? How about that?
Hold on, I'm sitting up. I'm sitting up and buttoning.
Yeah,
Okay.
how about
Here
that?
we go. Hey, make sure you're getting all the sound on this, please.
Give me, even though he's a point guard, give me Drew Lavender at the 2. Give me Trey Burke at the 2.
Okay.
Give me Trey Burke at the 2, King at the 1. Give me... I'm going Ed Jenkins at the 5.
Ooh, I love it. I love that. I love that one right there. No arguments from me about Big Ed. People don't know.
They don't know.
But those that know.
They know.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh,
You got 3 more spots you can put out there, Coach. You got 2 more starters, and
give me Jared Sullinger. He was the best City League player I've seen. I can't lie.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me
This is 3.
See the 3. I'm gonna mention some names to give them some love. You got IJ. Ike Jefferson did some amazing things.
You got Kenny.
I'm going Kenny. His McDonald's All-American. Shout out to Esteban. Shout out to Mont Barnes.
Shout out to Mike.
Oh my goodness, Mike Red.
We putting him on the spot here today, folks. I told you, you cannot come in here on no 2-time.
Mike Red getting that spot. Mike Red getting the 3 spot.
Mike
That's
Red,
the
there
GOAT.
we go. Yes, indeed, that is the GOAT. So now you got 1 more spot, Coach.
Let me get some shout outs. Shout out to Cyrus Smith.
Give him some love. Go ahead.
Shout out to Joaquin Williams.
Yes, indeed. You got 1 more spot, Coach.
Andrew Lavender.
I love it.
Andrew Lavender.
Hey, the beauty of a question like that for us, and the reason why I did that, and I wanted your coach to share that love with you two today, is that what we do and what we've been doing for such a long time, it's just name after name after
Devin
name.
Green.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just name after name after name. And you all are the Chris Johnson.
You know what I mean?
And you all are the current names, right?
Yes, sir.
I share this with you. King, you had a big moment last year in the City League Basketball Championship. City League Basketball Championship is one of the longest running events in the state of Ohio. Our first championship is 1899.
That's crazy.
1899.
Wow. That's a lot of
1899 is the first year that we had a City League Basketball Championship. It was 4 teams or 3 teams, North, Central, I think, and East, right? We had 3 teams. We've been running City League Basketball Championships for over 100 years.
Amazing.
You all are a part of that legacy. The names that Coach just shared are a part of it. All of our listeners and everybody out there that shows City League some love, they're a part of our fabric as well. We continue to ask you all to shower love on these young people. It's their turn to shine. Let them be a part of it. But Coach, I put him on the spot because there's so many names, right? And he didn't even name me. I already know my name comes in at around maybe 35 or something
Coach,
like that.
it's 25, 30 more people that I could have named.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many guys, man, and y'all are a part of that fabric now. So, man, as we continue to, weave and create this new pattern of love, y'all are a part of it. Somebody be sitting in these chairs, and there's somebody else is gonna get asked that question in 15 years from now, right? And then they say, hey, look, whose names now belong in the discussion? And y'all's names belong, man. So they're telling us we got to get out of here. So I'll go once around the room. Jaden, we'll start with you, man. Share whatever you want to say on the way out of here. Give anybody some love, and then we'll get the outro.
Shout out my dad for holding me down. Shout out my mom.
I was about to say, what's mom's name? You gave dad love twice. Give mom some love.
Jaden Shoultz.
Okay, there we go.
And then shout out my sister, Amaria Shoultz.
What grade she in?
She graduated.
Oh, she graduated. She hoop?
No.
Oh, okay. But shout out to her. She give you some love. Big sister.
Yeah.
You can go rest your head on her shoulder when you need to.
And she do my hair.
Gotta give her some love if she do that then. Yes, indeed. Go ahead, King.
Shout out my Dukes, Erica Tyne. Shout out my sister, Kaejo Daniel.
She was at the game with you that I saw, right? Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of sisters. I ain't about to shout all of them. I got it. Hey, actually, I am Kimani Kendrick, Kalia Kendrick, Kaja Kendrick. Shout out my other sister, Peanut, Ariana Cradle, Rushville South.
Yeah.
Top player in the country.
Family is important, man.
For sure. Definitely check her out. Who else? My dad, for sure.
Yeah.
Leroy Kendrick.
Did he hoop?
Yeah. Nah, he ain't hoop.
Okay.
Yeah.
He put the ball in your hand. He gave you the spark, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Coach. Get us on out of here.
I just want to say thank you.
And let me share this real quick too. You can't sneak in any more names. The damage is done. Yeah, the damage is done. So you can't like sneak one more in on your ending words. You can't be like, hey man, also let me give some love to such and such. You can't do that, man. You can't.
I'm already in trouble.
You can't sneak in any more names.
I got one more. And my brothers, Brian Kendrick.
Love it.
Actually, it's not even Brian Kendrick, but we gonna call him Brian Kendrick.
Okay.
I got one more shout out to my grandma, Tony Thornton.
Grandmas get some love up on the show today. Go ahead, Coach. Get us
I just want to say thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I thank you for showing what you guys are doing for the city in general. And I appreciate it. And I'm thankful to be in the position. And hopefully, like I said, we wanna continue to build the Northland legacy and also the City League, man.
Yeah.
We want the City League to be back on top.
No doubt, man. I love it. You know, we wove in a lot here today, man. You guys have been phenomenal, man. It's great to have you all come and share your stories with us as a community. We got lots of listeners, man, people who follow the show. We got a radio slot. Show comes on the radio, so that gets a whole different target audience. That gets my old loving folks out there, right, who listen to radio and don't find us out there on the other platforms. This has been a great show, man. You guys have been fun to listen to. I wish you all nothing but much respect here, and success here the rest of this season. Future to come, man. You got 2 babies in here again. I'm gonna say we started the show with 2 babies. Y'all still 2 babies, man. I love y'all, man. And don't shy away from that. It's fun. Enjoy being a sophomore right now. It changes very quickly.
We'll have to come back senior year.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll keep finding a way to get you out here, man. Be sure to catch all future episodes on radio, WCBE 90.5 FM. Catch us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And for all of you new age folks out there, man, follow us on Instagram. They told me to say IG now. Follow us on IG. I gotta sound cool. Right? Follow us on IG at City League Sports 614. Till next time, man, I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarno. This is City League Sports.